Kevin, how did you guys go from shooting 33% in the first half to 71% in the second?
To be honest, I don't have a real answer for that, but we just had to come together. It was a rough halftime speech, but we just knew in order to do what we want to do, we going on a mission, as Coach say. We just had to figure it out. Just pay attention to what we was trying to do. Big man sealing and making sure they get in position, us throwing the ball in there. And from that point on, it kind of worked out for us. We was able to get outside shots, and offensively it just opened up for all of us.
So it was a combination of better execution and just making some shots.
Definitely. Execution was played a big part in that. And just reading it, we had to relax and see what Temple was doing. They turned up and it got a lot more aggressive, so we had to do the same thing.
They haven't been shooting the ball well this year, but they sure did against you. Was that your defense or was that just hot?
Definitely the number 3 has been hot. I think he might have scored 26 last game. Definitely been hot. So, I mean, Temple came here as a tough team. They weren't going to lay down and just let us beat them. So, regardless if they were shooting bad or shooting well, it's a tough team, and that's a team that will come out and make shots any day.
What was it about that team that can make a team like you look so ugly in the first half?
They play physical. Not a team that's going to back down from you, regardless of what their record said, where they standing right now. It's just a team that got guys that got pride, and they won't let you just walk all over them. And us coming in came out a little slow, but we had to get our groove and understand what we was facing. So once we was able to do that, we was able to turn up the heat.
Kyle, what was halftime like?
You guys know my coach, so he hit us with he was very calm, but I was scared. But honestly, before we started the second half, he just told us that we're a veteran team, and we're gonna be in situations like this. You know, we're on a pretty good roll, and our unit, the 5 at least, are really starting to come together, and we're really starting to roll together. You saw Kev start to hit shots when they started doubling down on me and stuff like that. So I'm just really proud of us because it was looking ugly at first, but we really prevailed and did a good job.
Is that the first time you were scared?
Nah, I was being sarcastic. I knew what I signed up for when I signed up with Mr. Cronin, but that's the intensity he expects out of us, and honestly, we want that because he holds us at a high standard, and I'm just happy that I'm with these guys.
Kyle, how dangerous are you guys when the 5 starters click like that with, today Gary was passing and everybody else was putting the ball in the bucket?
Well, you see, everybody has their days, honestly. Coach said to pound it inside, so we were just focused on that. And like I said to my guys in the locker room just now, Kev was hitting huge shots. Troy was hitting huge shots. Jacob was being Jacob, so it was good to see him. And Gary's always going to come through. So I just wanted to do my part and maybe fix a little thing on defense. But you said I was going viral. Let's kill it now. Because my girl's going to be mad.
Let's kill it.
I'm faithful. I'm a sports media and promotion major, so it was just networking.
It was just networking.
So I got to tell her to watch the interview.
Great. I love that. It was
Don't be mad, Bridget.
Coach he was upset that you guys didn't get the ball inside. You mentioned that. Was that the primary focus coming into the game?
Yeah, honestly, and Coach has been proud of us the whole season. Chad's laughing. Coach has been proud of us the whole season because we're an unselfish bunch. We come together and we say, let's just get it done. And honestly, I'm just as excited when I score. If Kev scores, when he had the pro move, boop, shot fake, bucket. So I was just proud of him for real. And I was just proud of all my guys because we're trying to take this thing to Phoenix. So,
Kevin, there was a play about 7 minutes left in the game where Troy drove the left side and found you on the right side in the baseline. You made the 3. Can you speak to that play and how it kind of sums up the kind of point guard that Troy's become?
That's been Troy since I met Troy. Just a great passer, man. A player that's very unselfish. Even with the accolades that he has, he's a great team player, a great leader for us. And to be honest, he's one of the best point guards in the country, in my opinion. His assist-to-turnover ratio is outstanding, and that's just a typical Troy play. My end of the bargain is making the shot. So I was able to do that for my guy, and that's just the type of point guard he is, man. He's very outstanding when he can penetrate and kick and see that. And for me to just be able to do my part and knock it in is what's going to take our team to that next level. So it's just a great connection by him to me, and he does that with everyone on this team. So big ups to my guy, Copain, for sure.
You must not be feeling under the weather anymore.
Most definitely. Yeah. Bronchitis was killing me. I'm on meds every day, so it can't come back. If it come back, we got a real problem here.
I thought Temple came in and played really, really well tonight. You play a three-point shooting team, and they make them. They're going to be that's when they're at their best. They beat 2 top 10 teams at that ball club. And they're a wounded animal right now, desperate for a W. That's what they did. They made threes on West Virginia. They made threes on Florida State, 2 teams ranked, I think, 6th and 10th in the nation. They made threes on us tonight, and we won because we had some tremendous performances in the second half, especially. Unprecedented execution, 74% from the field, 82% from the foul line. Thought Troy Copain's probably best half of basketball he's played all year. Rising to the challenge. Really, really proud of him, and Kevin Johnson made some big shots. We had to execute. We had to get the ball in the basket tonight because they were hitting some shots. You got to give Alston credit. Kid's playing well. He's on fire. He hit some shots that were tough.
You weren't happy with your offensive execution Sunday.
Nor was I in the first half at 33%.
Carried over in the first half, but how do you?
The part of that's on me. I think we went to the pick and roll more in the second half and the post up. Less of our motion and more of a pick and roll and a post up. I think if you're going to win a lot of games, guys, in a row, you got to win. Good teams, you got to win different ways. Last game we won, we held a team to 45 points. Tonight we scored 81 against a great defensive team. Coach Dump's teams, they play hard now. But you got to be able to adjust. You got to be, there's different. These games are all unique in college basketball. There's so many different styles. Like they tried to jump into a zone. We executed a play. Kevin made a 3. They got right out of it. If we stand around there and don't get a good shot, maybe they stay in the 2-3 zone and the whole game changes. So there's so many little things that go on within the game. But I think the theme of tonight is our players stepped up in a major way in the second half and met the challenge. Temple came and played a great game against us, and our kids met the challenge. I think you got to, it's that simple. You got to give them credit because when you're over there trying to help them by calling plays and putting them in a position, that's only a part of it. It's a small part of it as a coach, putting them in certain positions. They did a great job, the guys, in the second half, playing inside out and making, knocking down the shots, finishing around the rim, and then obviously converting at the free throw line.
That's the first time this year that Temple's lost a game where they scored 70 points.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me. He's such a good coach. They play solid D. There was a lot of games within the games, he did when they went to try to go small. Then we had nobody that Kyle could guard. But the deeper you get into a season, I think that the seniors become more important. And both of our guys just said, we're not losing tonight. So I would especially, Kevin and Troy, give him a lot of credit for what went on.
How big is it for Gary to recognize when he's being played like that and to pass like he did tonight, read the defense, and take the offense kind of to a different level playing for him?
Yeah, this wasn't his best performance.
I guess that's...
But, again, playing through the post is big for us, whether it's him, Kyle, even trying to get our guards. We're at our best when we play inside out. There's no doubt about that. Gary looked a step slow tonight. We've had a lot of games in a row because of the Xavier game next week. We just don't have that week off. So I'm trying to give these guys a lot of off days. So we'll have 2 this week, actually 3. So I gave them off Monday. They're going to be off tomorrow. We'll get treatment and film, and then they'll be off again Sunday. So just trying to do everything I can to keep them physically and mentally fresh.
Going to Tulane, you're going to face a similar situation when you went to East Carolina. You've had long winning streaks before, but how does it become harder each time to go to a place like that, or?
Well, I will say this about the Tulane game.
Yeah.
They played really hard. I'm extremely impressed with how hard they played here. We made every shot, and they missed every shot, and they missed 3 dunks. So I don't look at the result as much as I watch the game of what actually went on. They had SMU tied at halftime the other day. You got a new coach. They're not going to give up. They're trying to build, so they're just being positive and focusing on how hard they're playing. And every game's unique. And if Saturday's the day that Tulane makes shots, you better come to play, because they play every other facet of the game. They're well coached. They battle. They play extremely hard. They stay positive. Like I said, I'm not going to win the game Saturday. I might lose the game as a coach. But I think, you know, in our team, you got to give the kids credit, continue to have guys step up, get the ball, put the ball in the basket. That's the key. Way more important than anything. You know, Troy Copain plays like he did tonight. Kevin Johnson plays like he did tonight. We're going to be fine. You know, I think just the deeper you go, the more your seniors matter. They really do in college basketball.
How come Temple's so good at making games ugly?
Yeah, you know, I think they just. I give Coach Dumpf credit. They're usually really hard to score on. Once we got our spacing and hurt them inside early in the second half, they were getting into foul trouble, and we were pounding them inside. If you have bad spacing against them, they'll steal the ball from you. You'll have a lot of turnovers. I would say coaching would be the pointed answer. And then a lot of pride. They won our league last year, regular season. They were the 1 seed in our conference tournament. 5 of the 7 guys they play were on that team. So they got some kids that are winners, and they play with a lot of pride. And every time we play them, it seems to be a game like that. Maybe not as high scoring, but it's a battle every time we play them.